Okay, so the last thing we want to become is a church that pursues an exhaustive list of rules and regulations. But sometimes it's important to remind ourselves of a few things. Around here, we're more interested in giving a cold cup of water to a thirsty person than we are in drinking it ourselves. Around here, we're more interested in rubbing shoulders with people who have made plenty of mistakes than we are in standing next to people who pretend they haven't. In other words, the prostitute wins. The Pharisee does not. Around here, we're more interested in following an unpredictable Savior than we are in crawling after the expected and the routinely predictable. Around here, we're more interested in equipping you to live in the real world, a world that God created and loves, than we are in creating a Christian bubble. And, just to be clear, we'll gladly search for one lost, over 99 found, every time. Around here, we're more interested in growing big people than we are in growing a big church. Around here, we're more interested in helping you discover a life of worship than we are in furthering a musical genre. And finally, around here, we're more interested in walking through life together than we are in watching each other from a safe distance. And we're very interested in showing you how this works. Friends, we are a community that is guided by these biblical values. They will guide every decision we make, every relationship we nurture, and every plan we conceive. This is the road we're choosing to travel, and you are invited to take the journey with us, because we'd love it if you joined us.
So if you turn over to Philippians chapter 2, starting in verse number 3, it says, "Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory." Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves. Look not to everyone to his own things, but to the things of others. You know how hard it is sometimes to look out for the benefit of other people when you're bleeding out yourself? That you're struggling yourself with your own issues and your own problems and your own frustrations that you really want to slap somebody? Am I the only one who's been there and done that? And then I have to remind myself how many times, how many people in my life have felt the same thing about me a few years back. John, you're heading for a train wreck. John, you need to listen to me. John, you need to pay attention. I'm just happy-go-lucky going my way. So I have to look in the mirror oftentimes when I realize that, you know what, there's some stupid people out there. Then I look in the mirror, sometimes I realize, John, you've been one of those stupid people so many times in your life. Romans 12 says, "Show family affection to one another with brotherly love." Listen to this one. This is hard to do. "Outdo one another in showing honor." Outdo one another in showing honor. Gosh, that's hard. When you just want to punch them in the face. Go back to Philippians chapter 2. "Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves. Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others." That's Philippians 2. Romans again, "To outdo one another in showing honor." Romans 15. "We who are strong..." Gosh, I hate the Bible some days. Romans 15:1 says, "We who are strong in the faith should help the weak with their weaknesses and not please only ourselves." Have you ever, years ago, we used to have, I don't know if I think they still have it, it's called whiteout. Have you ever wanted to white out certain portions of the Bible that, you know, if you could just take it out, then you could feel good about punching people in the face until you read stuff like this and you realize, I don't have that right, I don't have that option if I call myself a Christian? I'll tell on myself that I didn't follow up on something. And I am regretting it this hour. Because oftentimes you don't know how your words or actions are going to be viewed. Especially when you're a guy. Especially when you're a not so young guy anymore. We took a few of the kids out last night to grab, or late lunch, anyway, a meal yesterday. And we're in Chili's up in Hanover. And we walk in, and this young girl, maybe 20, got us a seat. She was the only black girl in the whole place. And she was just beautiful. I mean, like model beautiful. She probably weighed 100 pounds, very dark skin, very beautiful, very model-like. And in Hanover, Pennsylvania happens to be primarily a white area. And I saw no sign that she was, treated any differently than anybody else. But my ache sitting at the table was just to walk up to her and tell her she's beautiful. And I didn't do it because I was afraid that she was going to think I was some pervert or some weirdo or some old guy trying to pick up some young girl. And to this day, it just happened yesterday, and I didn't do it. And I'm wondering if my words could have inspired her or given her hope or calmed her attitude down or looked at certain people in a different light. I don't know. I don't know what it would have done, if anything, or she would have slapped me in the face like, who do you think you are? I don't know. But my heart was telling me that I should have done something to inspire, to help, to lift, to love her, if you will, to encourage her, and I did not do it. I wonder how many times you and I know you're all in the same boat as I am, that you want to do certain things to help, to inspire, to leverage your love to other people, but you're afraid how it's going to be perceived. You forget, you don't understand how it's going to. And I may, because of my conscience, depending on how I'm wired, I may have to go up there very soon and find her and tell her, because my conscience is going to get to me. Let me end with a quick little story. It's called A Short Course in Human Relations. The 6 most important words. I admit that I was wrong. I admit that I was wrong. The 5 most important words. You did a great job. The 4 most important words. What do you think? The 3 most important words. Could you please? The 2 most important words. We all know these, right? Thank you. Powerful words. Powerful words. And the most important word is we. By the way, the least important word is I. The least important word is I. So the power of plural is pretty powerful.